Next, we're going to construct a rectangle that's twice as wide as it is tall. So the first thing we're going to do is put down a line, and this is going to serve as the base of the rectangle. Now, one of the cornerstones of a rectangle is the fact that it has right angles. So we've got to draw a line that's perpendicular to AB. And I know that GeoGebra has construction tools that let you do this. You can see them right there. There's perpendicular line. But I'm going to construct one like we would in geometry, just so my students could learn the basics of constructions. So I'm going to draw a circle centered at A. And I care where that circle intersects line AB, because I'm going to do sweeps based on that. So I'm going to choose a point, and I'm going to find the point of intersection. So I've got points D and E, and I'm going to do a big sweep from D all the way over to E. So I'm going to get my compass, and I'm going to measure that distance. So I'm going to drop that circle centered right at D, and then I'm going to do the same exact thing, this time center the circle at E. So I've got this kind of eyeball shape, right? I call it the football, and I'm going to zoom out a tiny little bit. Now if I can find the endpoints of the football, I can draw a line down through them, and that would be perpendicular to AB. So I'm going to choose my Intersect tool, and I'm going to click on both circles, and I get points F and G. So I'm going to make a line that passes through them. So I clicked line, I clicked F, I clicked G, and it locks it into place. So I know that line G, you can see the little g, and line F, you can see the little f, are perpendicular, because that's how I constructed it, and I've got my right angle in place. So next up is to make it twice as wide as it is tall. Now I can kind of arbitrarily choose. So I'm going to look at this distance from A to F, and I'm going to measure it, and then I'm going to sweep it twice going to the right on line AB. So what I'm going to do is get my compass, and I'm going to measure that distance. So I've got this circle right here, and I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm going to change that circle color just so I can remember what I'm dealing with. I'm going to make it orange. Now that orange circle intersects line AB at 2 points, and I'm going to care about the right-hand point. I'm going to mark that intersection point by clicking the circle and clicking the line, and I get points H and I. Now I know that AF and I know that AI are congruent. So if I can measure distance AI, I can push it one past it and do another sweep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It gives me another orange circle, and I'm going to drop it at I. Now where that orange circle, circle I, where it crosses line AB, I'm going to mark that point of intersection. And it gives me point K. Now I know that AF and AI are congruent. I know that AI and IK are congruent, so I know that AK and AF are in a 2-to-1 ratio, which is what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to take a second to select the sides that are going to form the rectangle, and I'm going to change their color a little bit, and I'm going to thicken them just so it makes it a little bit more obvious what we're talking about. So next what I need to do is make the fourth vertex. I've got F, I've got A, I've got K, but I need another vertex in the upper right hand corner to complete the rectangle. So I could create a line that's parallel to AK. I could create a line that's perpendicular to AB that passes through K. That would work too. But what I'm going to do is make two big circles, because I think compasses are kind of easy to use in GeoGebra. So I'm going to measure that distance again from F to A. It gives me another orange circle, and I'm going to center it at K. So this time I've got a whole lot of orange circles that are all the same size, and they're all lined up, they're centered on the same line, and I see that's a big sweep. So I know at the very top of the circle, that distance from it to K is going to be congruent to FA, which is half the distance from A to K. So the only thing I have left to do is figure out where that point goes. So I'm going to keep going with my compass, and this time I'm going to change the color a little bit. And I care how far A to K is, because if I drop it at F, the circle I just drew intersects circle K at 2 spots, and I care about the upper right one. So I should probably mark that point of intersection there, and that's point L. So last but not least, I just have to connect F to A to K to L back to F, and that would be a rectangle whose sides are in a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to choose segment, I'm going to choose some kind of color, let's say blue, and a really thick line so you can see what I'm talking about. F to A, I've got A to K, there's side KL, and there's side LF. Rectangle, sides in a 2-to-1 ratio.